of people before they go on holiday, they kind of go on TripAdvisor and see how welcoming the country is. Or black people, we do that. Was Crete one of those countries where you felt that you needed to check it out before you went there, or did you just go there? Was it very welcoming?
So no, it was. I don't think that wasn't our first thought.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it should always be your first thought. Plus, I was with someone, so it is what it is. I feel like sometimes if you expect the worst, you get it.
For me,
but you're always ready for it as a black person anyway, aren't you?
Yeah. My things are more cultural traditions that countries have. So if you know that there's certain rules and regulations, like the way that women dress, if it's a country where women dress up or fully covered, I would try to respect their boundaries. I'm not going to go out there and just carry loads of shorts and things like that.
That's the point, actually. I feel like I more think about being a woman than being black when I'm on holiday.
Like that, the rest of it, I don't think I even checked.
Because you're thinking about safety, and then obviously.
My thing was, do we need to have a jab to go?
Yeah.
What's the COVID restrictions? That's all I really thought. Alright, cool. As long as we can meet the criteria, that's it. Gone. So.
My last question is how were there people from the continent there, and how were they treated?
I don't know. Saw a couple on a bus,
and then
I know when you go to Ep5, they're on the beaches selling bags.
No, we didn't see none of that.
So it's not that kind of.
No, we didn't see none of that.
Great.
Oh.
I'm sure it might be there, but not where we were.
Just there, yeah. To be fair, I think everyone where we were, everyone was just to themselves. They were just doing what they were doing. Businesses ran like how I'd expect them to. People come out like where we went when we went to the town. We was doing the outdoor area where they have their restaurants. The most they do is come out, and obviously because they're all next door to each other, it's that little bit of competition in it. So they're like, oh, do you want to come and have a look at our menu? But they weren't like forceful, and if it was literally have a look and see if there's anything you like, take a seat, where do you want to sit? In the sun, in the shade. That was it.
So, how are you both feeling holistically? Emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally?
In general or after the holiday?
Where you at? Now.
What, in terms of, did that the holiday
Not the
add
holiday,
to it?
You both now.
Boy, I'm tired. Every way.
Already?
What do you mean already?
Been
tired. That wasn't even a holiday. That added to it.
It was a break.
We didn't stop.
It was a break.
It was an escape.
A break of what? Normal routine, but that was a lot of work, T.
Yeah.
That was a lot of work.
To be fair, they were like even like the whole
we didn't stop
lining.
travelling.
We didn't.
We spent
when we
one
went
day.
out, we was waking up like the same times we would still wake up at home. It's just that the normal home routine we would have, we didn't do. But I don't feel like what we did. It was just we did it in better weather and with people having
chose what to do. It's not what we had to do.
Yeah, it was that. But
So it sounds like you avoided the question.
no, you asked if it was.
I
if
said
it was
tired
an
in
escape.
every way.
Tell me more.
Holistically, I'm just tired.
Tired why?
You?
Ask you a different question.
Yeah, ask me.
How's your heart today?
My heart. It's alright.
It's tired though. You said you're tired.
I am tired, but my heart is.
Tired.
Is it a case of you don't want to ask?
I just don't understand what you want from me, actually. Like,
No, you
I'm
understand.
tired. My heart is. When people describe their heart, they say what? My heart's full.
My heart's busy pumping right now. For me, no, I'm tired as well, but I feel like I just hit the ground running back into my normal routine, which is always being active and always being busy, hence being tired. And then because of, even though it was a short haul flight, because of the time that we flew, it was a late night flight, come in, sleep, get up, go to work. That day runs over until the early hours of the next morning, go sleep, get up, school run, just
So
normal.
You wouldn't say that it was an escape?
No. Not an escape. It was a pause for me. It was a break from the routine of go. I was able to slow down for a minute. I was allowed to have time to myself
And choose your day.
Yeah, like I mean, one of the days, like, not obviously we was together, but we had a moment where she was
pissed me off.
basically, yeah.
Okay,
No, she didn't. She didn't. Nah, we was waiting. We was gonna plan. We was all gonna say that. Nah, we was all planning that. We was like, we're gonna tell them that we got
fell
pissed
out.
off with each other and we fell out. We was like,
Sorry.
cool, Robin. No, but we literally, I think we got back from being at.
You
we went
wanted
out.
to go to the beach.
and I
I
just
stayed
went
on the balcony in the room.
But because we had a hotel, our hotel was right on the beach. So she stayed on the balcony and I said, I'm gonna go and chill on the beach for a bit. I literally went up for a walk and it was about 5-10 minutes into the walk, I actually realised for the first time I wasn't thinking about anything. And then I was like, shit, now I'm thinking about not thinking about anything, which means I'm thinking. And I was like, shut up. But I started walking along, I'm watching the water come in and go. I'm looking at rocks, and I'm just looking at sand, the different texture of sand, but I wasn't. Yeah, and I was like, raw. And I was like, that I know that if I was here, I wouldn't have done that. So
Why is it
I was just like, yeah, that's why I say it wasn't an escape. It was me having what I needed at the time. So as much as I'm back in that routine, me even thinking back to that small moment is like, you know what, I can do this. Now I just have to find a way of implementing that into my days or my weeks here now.
But you haven't.
Yet.
Yet,
Because I've had shit to do.
excuses.
No, but
It's a
we
process.
say an
It's a process.
excuse. Does everything happen overnight?
Things can happen now if you wanted to.
They can, but at the same time, if you rush things, is it happening when it's supposed to?
What I'm saying is when.
I don't know when, but it will happen. It will fall into place, just like we booked the holiday spontaneously and went. But we've planned we've said how many times, let's do, and we've just done it. So it's when the time is right for you.
It's basically a thing of where you're just going how you're going, and whatever fits in, fits in.
Yeah, for me, things are falling into place as they're supposed to for me. I can't speak for Lee. Yeah, so I'm not going to say, I have to do this by Tuesday, because that's me forcing it. If it happens on Tuesday, then that's fantastic. But I'm keeping in the back of my head, I need to ensure that I do take time out for myself.
The only reason I'm asking is you don't come from holiday, in a sense, right?
Mm.
And most people that go on holiday recharge, right?
Mm.
You're not still tired.
See, but I wasn't feeling tired on holiday.
Birthday. It was 3 days. 3.5 days.
Was it only 3.5 days?
Yeah, like it was that's why I said it was a break. It wasn't a holiday, it was a break.
Still.
Yeah, but we got in late. Our flights were late in.
To recharge, or was it just to do something
No,
different?
it was her birthday. We said, let's not do the whole, let's go for a meal and do that. Yeah, we said, let's just do something different.
Yeah, makes sense.
It was offered to a larger group, everybody else couldn't, and we said, F it, we're
Right,
going.
anyway.
Yeah.
I think right now, like, my priorities are not about, even though it should probably, it's not about rest. I've just got stuff to do, and I'm in the middle of it regardless. I take 3.5 days out or not. So it's always there in the back of my mind.
What's always there?
Stuff. Just a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. How do we clear that? What do we do to clear that mess?
I don't know. Just say fuck it and see what happens.
I'm watching it sometimes,
as
isn't it?
like
Or
concern.
prioritise it.
Yeah, I'm like, when do you become important?
That's a great question.
See, do you know what? It's funny you say that, because I've realised since I come back, my brain has been active, like super busy.
Is that not your normal though?
It is my normal to be busy, but it's also normal for me to just be busy, because there's just always something. But I think now I'm consciously busy because I've got this idea here, that idea here, but they're all individual ideas.
Is that a you thing, or is that a you thing, or are you choosing to do that, or do you know no other way?
I'd say it's a combination of all.
Yeah, because I don't think you know how to switch off sometimes. Even I said to
She
you,
cussed me on holiday for
on
that. She did get me for that.
Yeah, what
She
did
was
I
like,
say?
just relax.
I was like, stop talking about it.
Just don't talk about your shoes. I was like, ah.
Sorry, T, I'm going off here. But is this why? Is this why? In regards to a man,
I knew that was coming.
it's a case of where does he fit into your life?
Yeah. And I when I say this to people, like in general, I'll be honest, people say, but someday someone spoke to me and said, so what's your schedule like this week? And I went, and when I said it, he looked at me, he was like, okay, so when can I was like, I'm gonna be real, I don't know. I was like, But when people hear me say it, I think more time they think I'm saying it as an excuse. And then if I said, let me run through just my weekly schedule, they're like, right, you're actually busy. I'm like, yeah, but I then have to actively make that time to put someone in that slot. But I also think sometimes that's unfair to say I'm squeezing you in.
So question,
So,
are you comfortable with your busy?
pardon?
Are you comfortable with your busy, or are you uncomfortable with your busy? That would probably be for me. I'm only saying it from a caring place. Like I really care that you
I think
What, for
both.
tea?
both of you.
Both for me.
Oh, for my busy,
Are you comfortable with it, or is it like,
yeah, because
I'll get there? I'll kind of like, I don't want to be this busy, but I'll get there.
see, I do things, but most of the time outside of my 9 to 5, that's what I choose to do. Whereas I think T's different because she can't do certain things. If her kids need something or something, she has to do it. Like there's no stopping for her. For me, I could shut my door and just not come out for 3 days if I feel like it.
Yeah, I think I realised when I sit down, if I'm not in a space where I'm probably engaging with people on a certain level, listen, if it's daytime and I sit down, I'm like, I've got 20 minutes, I'm there and I'm like, shit. You know what? And instantly I'm like, if you don't get up now, T, you're gonna run overtime and then this and this, let me do it now. So that's what concerns me in that sense of being busy. But to some degree, I think because I'm so used to being active, what I think I've done, which may not be a good thing, I've kind of merged the two, because I think you can be active without being busy, if that makes sense.
But I think you realise you need to take time out for yourself more though.
Yeah, and I said that break, and like it really highlighted it.
So what does that mean in like your lives now? Like, what does that
It's
mean?
mama going on holiday every damn year. Shoot. I'm gonna take a minute.
I mean, fun holiday.
Yeah,
Right? Just say they do a COVID thing for our lives.
Most likely. Yeah.
So what do we do then? What's the thing that we need?
We already said that though. We said it doesn't even always have to be a holiday. There's just certain times you just take time out.
Something you choose to do.
Yeah. So it could be different things every single time. It might just be even like my thing is venturing places over here that I haven't been.
I could just go and sit in the park.
Yeah.
Or walk through the forest.
But
No,
for me, I like doing
actually
different
walked through the
things.
forest
That's
before.
what I'm asking.
Don't.
Do you?
I used to.
But do you
High
enjoy it?
beach.
If you enjoy it,
Yeah. I do.
I did.
My thing is just always trying something new.
Yeah.
I think that's my new thing. So whether I do or don't like it, I'm not gonna know until I try it. So just trying something I haven't yet done is kind of like on a to-do list per se as well.
Choice, right?
You guys deserve a proper holiday, man. You like deserve rest. You like deserve to just be and not keep going. It's too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, I'm already looking at places to go to.
Did you do it? You do it anyway, innit? You go places by yourself.
Yeah, like I'll go by myself, yeah.
You haven't done that recently, have you?
No, the last place was 2019.
Long time.
Yeah.
Mate, on the 4th, we're gonna dedicate our time to making you lot have a nice time. So you guys can just be.
Why does
Yes.
this feel like a
I
sale?
feel like what trouble
We're
we
gonna
just
find
walked
a way to
into.
allow you guys to just be present. In fact, tell your mom we're taking your phone, we're turning it off, and we're gonna actually see how your mind works. Off the juice.
Oh
Her
wow!
eyes-
He said off the juice, you know.
Her eyes are doing this.
No.
Twitching the first day, I'll be like, the first day I'll be like, this is nice. Then it'll be like,
I think I'm good at switching off.
okay.
I think.
No, do you know what it is? I think, I'll be honest, like for me it is the hardest thing switching up with the children, because it's even just a little thing of like a morning message or like night, them kind of things like that. It's like, okay, because at one point even I was like, okay, what would you want? My daughter was like, I'm like, I'm on holiday, right? Okay, if it's no important, call your dad, call mum, call someone. But I think for them it's them being used to, and they're not used to me being away in a certain capacity, and because we're in a new space ourselves, I think it was everything for them felt new. But now that it's happened, I don't know.
I'm interested to know, like, what do we do, especially as women in society and like mothers? What do we do with these responsibilities to find that peace, to semi-switch off, to be present? What does it require? And if you don't know, that's also okay.
Patience is one of the things. And I think when I say patience, I mean with yourself. And I don't know, if not courage, but you've got to have that breakthrough moment, I think.
Oh,
like
courage.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it's like, for me saying something like, if I know someone's looking after them, I know that I'm going to put them in someone's hands that I feel is safe. So for me to have to say, oh my God, I have to speak to them just to make sure, and it's like, but in my head, I know in my head and my heart, they're okay. But it's that natural thing to just, let me check in. And it's like breaking through that cloud to say, no, do you know what? They are fine. If there's anything, people can contact me, leave it that way around. And then I think each day slowly becomes easier. And then having a sidekick that tells you like, just stop, definitely helps. But yeah, that's two things that I could say from experience. Otherwise, I don't know.
Lee, you're going in.
I'm just listening.
So, what about you?
So you're a mama too, don't try it.
I'm not a mum. Do you know something I don't?
Listen, you may not be a mum, but there's certain roles.
No, you're right, because even
Yes.
even that's
Okay.
constantly on my mind.
You are.
Pardon?
I said you are. You're responsible.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You're very responsible.
What do we need? Just a nice, supportive community, I think, and understanding. I think that helps, because I feel like someone like me, and we had this conversation, how and someone else brought it up, this is why I'm bringing it up. Sometimes how I come across is, I feel like,
Sorry, it just reminded me of the conversation.
and my delivery in certain things, I feel like that gives people like a false image of me, and I feel like that enables people to feel like I actually don't have certain feelings, or I can handle more than I let on, or
You're strong.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not as sensitive as I actually am, or so yeah.
Do you paint that picture?
I don't try to, but I've realised on reflection,
It's coming across.
yeah. So,
That was probably one of our deepest conversations.
but someone else said it to me. I upset someone yesterday, and I was like, "What? You can't take a joke? Like you don't get like no." I wasn't being defensive. I was trying to understand. Again, delivery, but they literally said, "Your delivery is what made me feel like he wasn't joking," and I just
Probably
had
wasn't.
but no, I had to agree. I was like, I agree. It probably was. I apologise. Do you know what I
You know
mean?
what? You're making me want to apologise for cutting off your story, like genuinely.
Oh, genuinely now.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
Stop.
No.